Hello, hello, hello. This is your message from the universe for 9/4/2020. This is the rune Raido. Now, Raido is the rune of communication, of a journey, and it's also the rune of reunion and union. Now, I told you on the TikTok reading that this was a dual reading, and I got a very strong nudge that this also had something to do with soulmate, soul connection, past life connection. So if you don't follow me over on the TikTok, I do a 60-second reading every single day there that is a shorter version of this that can kind of give you some insight into what we're looking at here without having to watch me for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm Lee Cara Universe over there, just like I'm Lee Cara Universe here. And so let's talk about the soulmate one first, because I'm sure that a lot of you are interested in that. So this reading, this Raido, talks about a union or a reunion. So when I look at this with the High Priestess card and the Hermit card with the light shining the way, it looks to me, and not only did it look to me, but I got a quick, like a boom, smack upside the head message that some of you on your spiritual journey are going to be coming across someone that you were connected with either in the past in this life or in a past life. And it's someone that was very integral in your development, in your personal development. It's not necessarily going to be a romantic connection, but it might be. But what I'm hearing more than anything is that it's going to be like a mentorship connection, that they're going to help you to look inwards, or that's what they helped you do in your past life together, was training and self-awareness, self-contemplation, and that they were really pivotal in helping you to discover that. And it was fascinating that it just really like smacked me upside the head. So that won't apply to all of you, but for some of you, kind of pay attention. Like yesterday, we got the Ansus about paying attention to the signs and about finding leaders, finding resources. That's what I believe that this is talking about. So pay attention to the signs of the people that come into your life. I don't think it's people that are already in your life. I think it's somebody new that is coming in that you have had a past life experience with, where they were a mentor, a teacher, someone that you leaned on, someone that you depended on, okay? They may not present as that in this life, but if you have a sense of recognition with someone right away, like you know them, but you know that you've never met them before, kind of pay attention to the way that they interact with you and that you interact with them, and look for the lessons that can be drawn from it. Okay, so then if we go back to the reading just as a regular reading, not with the soul connection in it, this is talking about the union with yourself. It's talking about the journey that you have been on for your own spiritual awareness, to find your center, to find your purpose, to work through your own spiritual evolution as you head towards your purpose, towards your manifestations, towards your abundance, towards whatever it is that you believe your destination is. Now, I always like to say that it's not the destination, it's the journey, that the journey is the part that's the most enjoyable, because that's what we're here for as a human. Our divine spirit, our divine entity, is in a human body, having a human experience and getting to do all of these fun things. Even the things that aren't fun are amazing for a spirit to go through, for an entity like that to go through. It's growth, and they chose it. If we want to go a level deeper, I've been getting a lot into sidereal astrology lately. And all astrology talks about how we have a life path and where you were born, and the time you were born. But looking into the sidereal stuff really took it up a notch for me, because when you look at the charts and that, and the descriptions and the way that they've broken it down, it really gives credence to the belief that we came here to do something specific, that we came here to work on specific issues, and the date and the time and the place that we were born is a very specific thing, and to the particular people that we were born to. Almost like we have laid out all of our strengths and weaknesses, and it is our job to use our strengths to overcome our weaknesses. We aren't tied to our shortcomings, but rather it gives us a map to where we should be focusing our attention. And when we look at the things in our life that way, it changes our perspective of it, which brings us back to this reading with this reversed Queen of Swords. A lot of times when we are in a state of fear, anxiety, worry of loss, worry of separation, fear of the unknown with this Two of Wands reversed, fear of moving forward, fear of the changes that are coming, which we've been talking about for several days, about how your life looks one way now and you want it to look a different way. That means change has to happen. This Queen of Swords talks about taking that emotional aspect out of it, the place where it feels personal, where the things that happen to you feel personal, the world is against me, everybody betrays me, and it begins to feel very personal, and you either feel like a victim or you feel like you are broken and it's disgusting and that you are the reason that all of these things happen. If we shift our perspective to one that is less emotional, and if you look at this cat, I'm going to turn it this way. If you look at this cat, it has a I could care less look on its face. It really has an I don't give an F kind of an attitude. If you take this attitude, not necessarily the I don't give an F, but the kind of detached look at the things that have happened in your life, if you look at them from a space not of your own pain, but rather from an outside looking in kind of unbiased way, the way that you can with some of your friends, maybe watching things on TV, you see situations come up in the shows you're watching, you're like, oh, I can see that they're doing that because they were hurt, or you should forgive them. But in our own lives, we're so trapped in our own emotions that we're unable to see the lesson in it and remove the personal aspect. So that's what this Queen of Swords is really talking about, is taking that moment to step back into the observer position, being the observer of your journey, seeing the light that you are shining out, seeing the way that all of these things that have happened to you are working with those things in your life that you consider weaknesses or flaws or places where you need work, that all the things that happen to you are there to help you expand those, grow those, and overcome them. And this Ace of Pentacles, once again, we got our little rah-rah cheerleader like we do in almost every single reading, saying that it's right there. You see that little piece of food there for the kitty? It is right there. It is exactly what that kitty wants, and it's right there. And rather than grab it, the cat is just sitting there looking at it, because it's right there. Something is holding that kitty back. So what is holding you back? You. It is your fear. It is your anxiety. It is your fear of losing what you have, even if what you have is terrible. It is your fear of the unknown. But the more that you shine that light on those places in you, the more that you dig into your spiritual journey and gain skills, and the more that you dig into the 3D world and gain skills. When we use that ability to step back and be in the observer position, that will free you, this little kitty, to just reach right forward and to grab that manifested little piece of food there. I'm grateful to have you guys here, and I will see you next time. You are beloved. You matter. You are loved.